Good morning, David Hinton, Brandon, Mississippi. Today I am going to talk about a 10-day challenge that if you choose to accept it, may change a whole lot of your future self, your income, your relationships, your thought process, everything. It's got 4 rules, and there are 3 things that could get in your way. So I'll be talking about that today. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, like the videos if you enjoy them, comment if you enjoy and want to discuss. Would love to hear from you guys. So I was reading further into Awaken the Giant Within. I went past the goal setting. There's so many videos and books out on goal setting. I did not want to bore you with that. Not that it's boring, but I wanted to talk more about the things that get in our way. And one of them is certainly a biggie, and it has been for me over the years, and that is dwelling on problems instead of solutions. So Tony Robbins wrote the book years ago, had read a little pamphlet from Emmett Fox that was written in the 30s, and it was a 7-day, and he turned it into a 10-day challenge to concentrate your thoughts. So you've gotten excited about starting your business, and you probably had a very specific reason that you started it. If you started it like a lot of people, it was an effort to increase your income so you can get out of debt, for instance, or save up for purchase of a home, or help finance your kids' education, perhaps supplement your retirement, whatever it might happen to be. And if you're like most folks, me included, sometimes that goal looks like a mountain, and what do? We concentrate on that mountain, which in our would be our problems, right? So, and what do when we dwell on that? We think disempowering thoughts. So, here's the challenge. For the next 10 days, begin immediately. Commit to taking full control of all your mental and emotional faculties, by deciding right now that I will not indulge or dwell on any unresourceful thoughts or emotions for 10 consecutive days. If you thought that Army boot camp was tough, or the Ironman triathlon was tough, try this. First, why do we engage in these thoughts to begin with? Well, our brain thinks it's helping. But concentrating on the worst possible scenario is extremely unresourceful, and it just puts us in a terrible emotional state. So our job is to focus on the solution. What do I need to do right now to make this better? My goal isn't to ignore problems of life, but to put myself and yourself in a better mental and emotional states where we can not only come up with the solutions, but act upon them. Act, right? This is an exercise in remaining centered, clear, and powerful in the midst of emotional storms. I know if you've been alive, you've had them, right? For 10 days, spend 100% of the time on solutions and 0% on the problems. This is about giving you and me a new identity. Rule number 1. In the next 10 consecutive days, refuse to dwell on any unresourceful thoughts or feelings. That's rule number one. Rule number two. Actually, let's go back to rule number one. Don't indulge in disempowering questions, devitalizing vocabulary, or metaphors. Think you can do it? It's not easy. Rule two. When you catch yourself beginning to focus on the negative, use the problem-solving questions, and I covered that a couple of videos ago, to get yourself back focused. Also use the morning empowering questions to get focused first thing. So the problem-solving questions. Something comes up, here they are. What's great about this problem? What is not perfect yet? What am I willing to do to make it the way I want it? What am I willing to no longer do in order to make it the way I want it? How can I enjoy the process while I do what is necessary to make it the way I want it? Those are the problem-solving questions. The morning questions. What am I happy about in my life now? What am I excited about in my life now? What am I proud about in my life now? What am I grateful about in my life now? What am I enjoying most in my life right now? What am I committed to do in my life right now? What am I committed to? Who do I love? Who loves me? And then there's the evening questions. What have I given today? What did I learn today? How has today added to the quality of my life, or how can I use today as an investment in my future? So that is how we get out of the pattern, right? Pattern comes up, get out of it. Rule number two, when you catch yourself beginning to focus on the negative, I just said that, sorry. Rule three, focus on the solutions. Wholly focus on the solutions. The moment a problem comes up, immediately focus on the solutions. Okay? A lot of these rules, they're obviously interact with one another. Rule four, if I backslide, don't beat myself. Don't beat yourself up. Catch it. If you catch yourself, change it immediately. Change your state. If you need to get up and run around, if you need to get in the front of a mirror and make funny faces, whatever you got to do, get out of it. Okay? If you do dwell for an extended period of time, recommit and start over the next day. Okay? Now, there's three things that are going to get in our way. They're guaranteed to get in our way. It's our job to overcome them. Number one, laziness. Laziness. Okay? Tell you what, let's go back a minute. I want to give you some more information. I'm going to read this. I apologize. By committing and following through on this mental challenge, you'll be giving yourself a break from limiting habits and flexing the muscles of empowerment. You'll be sending your brain a new message and commanding new results. You will be demanding empowering emotions, enriching thoughts, inspiring questions. Okay? A word of okay. The starkness of this approach will cause you to remember these patterns in the future and make it difficult to go back to the patterns again. So if you can make it through 10 days, you'll be a changed person. A word of caution, though, don't begin this 10-day commitment unless and until you are certain that you're going to live by it for the full length of time. Okay? Now, let me backtrack just a little bit. If you're a spiritual person, if you are a Christian, one of the things that God has promised us, if we give our problems and lay them before God, surrender your problems to God, He promises in His words to bear our burden. So when these thoughts come up, a simple prayer, Lord, help me. Jesus, help me. God, forgive me. That can turn us around also. You're employing the most powerful power in the universe. And I truly believe that. So this isn't all about me. It is, but it isn't, right? Okay, so what can get in the way? Laziness, right? Laziness is, it'll stop you. It'll stop you. Sorry. Number 2, fear. Security in the known. Now, you may not like where you're at, but you're comfortable, right? Okay? So that can stop you, all right? Fear of doing what I'm doing, getting in front of a camera and putting it on YouTube, for God's sake. How about that? And force of habit. I come from a long line of worriers. My mother, 85 years old, and there is nothing that has ever come up that she has not found a way to obsess and worry about it. Okay, and so I get this very naturally, and I bet some of y'all do too. So what can we do? Take this 10-day challenge. If you find yourself during it getting off track, bring yourself back on focus. 10 days to possibly change your future. Change your business's futures. Change. You know what? After 10 days of this, people might say, who are you? What in the world? What happened to the guy I know, the girl I know? But you know what? If the folks that don't like this, well, you don't need them anyway, right? Or maybe they'll ask you, what the heck's going on with you? Tell them. Maybe they'll come along too. Heck, maybe we'll get a movement going, right? Hope you got something out of this. Again, contact me. I'd love to be in more relationship with you if that's something of interest to you. My name is David Hinton. My email address is david.h.hinton@gmail.com. Reach out to me. I also, if you look below, you'll see my social media contacts. If you want to friend me or follow me, see what's going on in my world and my business, would love to talk to you about that. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.